Congratulations
Hello.
on a very impressive victory. Obviously, we thought you were going to get it done early in the first round. You dug deep, got it in the third. I guess, how are you feeling overall about your performance tonight?
Yeah, absolutely amazing. I guess tonight I came out and showed that, listen, I can go for leg locks if I have to. Even surprised myself a little with that. But, a big thing was in my last fight, I shot for a few takedowns that didn't land. And even though I don't really care if they landed because it was a stand-up war, I don't like it if anybody thinks that I'm not good anywhere in the sport. I'm good everywhere. And I wanted to come out and prove that tonight. I got the takedowns. I was really surprised when how it played out in that first round. It was like almost, I got the takedown and then all of a sudden I had his arm trapped and I was just landing these massive shots and I was just landing shot. And the next moment the ref was telling him, listen, I'm going to stop this fight. And glad the ref didn't stop the fight. A lot of people said maybe they could have. No, it was fair play. Every time the refs warned him and told him to improve his position, he did do that. But I didn't really completely pull the trigger because I was like, this is the first round and I'm just holding on to him and punching him in the face. So I didn't really pull the trigger. Second round, I hang back a little. I have to say, I didn't feel tired at all. My legs did feel a little bit, I don't know, maybe it was the weight cut. Maybe, I don't know what it was. My legs felt a little bit weird. I felt slow. In the third round, halfway through the second round, I felt good again. I started finding my feet again, and everything went better. Third round, I came out and I knew this is the time to finish the fight. I didn't even consider the fact that I was going to go to a decision. I knew I was going to finish that fight, and I knew that if I took Darren down, I could finish the fight at any moment.
I know you had a lot of respect for Darren Till as a welterweight. Do you now have respect for him as a middleweight as well? Do you think he proved maybe that he can compete in the division?
I think Darren proved that he is an incredible fighter, but I do believe if he wants to make any run at being successful, he needs to fight at welterweight. I honestly felt that tonight, and I'm not being hating on Darren Till at all. I have all the respect in the world, but he is not strong enough or big enough to fight at middleweight.
As for yourself, obviously this run that you've been on in the UFC is impressive. So, how fast do you think people should be talking about you as, a legitimate title contender? Is this something you want to accomplish next year, or is it still like, hey, let me gradually make my way up? Like, what's the path for you?
Well, I think gradually that ship has sailed. I just beat Darren Till. I just made my a proper stamp. I just got a proper stamp on a fight of the night in the top 10 of the division. I said in my last fight that I will be in the top 10 before the end of the year. Here I am. And I'm telling you guys now, I'll be a title contender by the end of 2023.
Last thing for me, you did just go through a war, so I'm just curious. Do you see yourself trying to turn something around and keep some consistency? Do you need some time off? What's the plan for you?
Yeah, well, right now I'm going to enjoy the Christmas holidays, get a little bit fat, drink all the beer that I can, eat all the pizza that I can, like I always do after fights. But you can't get me out of the gym for more than 2 weeks, and I'll be back at it. I'm looking to return early March, maybe April, but early next year. Getting 3 or 4 fights in next year to make sure I get that contender spot.
Dricus, right here. You had mentioned the weight cut and your legs. Was it a tough weight cut this fight camp?
Oh no, not at all. My weight cut actually went brilliantly. Just usually I have somebody that loosens me up after the weight cut because you can get quite stiff from cutting weight. Obviously your muscles, they stiffen up because you're taking all the sodium and all the sweating and everything. And I didn't do it this fight. But my cut went absolutely great. I cut maybe 4 pounds less than I did with the Brad Tavares fight. I was quite a bit bigger in the cage with Brad Tavares, but I didn't like it that way. Everything went perfect with this cut. I think it was just a slip-up on my part of preparation.
And at the face-off yesterday, when he wouldn't face you, and then he tried to make you flinch, did that bother you at all, or did it add anything into this fight?
No, I wouldn't want to face me. Did you see the size of me against him?
And then obviously you and Cameron both got wins today. Have you heard from anyone in South Africa how they took all your fights?
Oh yeah, people on my phone's going absolutely crazy. Spoke to my mom and dad, spoke to my brothers. Everybody's just ecstatic. Cameron fought like 1:30 p.m. South African time, and I fought 5:30. So people stayed awake the whole night, and everybody's basically asleep now. But people were still going. My phone is going berserk, and people are absolutely raving. And we said it before, we're both coming home with performance bonus wins. And, he got his performance bonus, I got fight of the night. South Africa MMA is alive.
Dricus right here. Just want to ask on Cameron's performance, just what did you think? He obviously spoke glowing of you as the more experienced teammate in the UFC. Just what was it like to see him, finally get his moment in the sun too?
I'm so incredibly happy for him. This kid has put in all the work and he deserves to be here. He deserves to be here and he showed that tonight. That's what I wanted people to see. A lot of people said, oh, he's too young, it's too early. I wanted tonight, it was so amazing for me so that I don't have to tell anybody. We don't have to tell anybody that Cameron deserves to be here. Cameron showed that he deserves to be here tonight. He faced some adversity after that first round. He had me worried a few times in that fight. We had a talk when I got back here, but, the kid's 21-year-old. He's a 21-year-old kid. He's going to make mistakes, and he's fighting on the biggest stage in the world, and I'm just incredibly proud of him and so proud to call him a teammate and fellow countryman.
Speaking once again of the size discrepancy between you and Darren, roughly about how much do you weigh on fight night, if you could tell us?
I probably got into the cage at 210 tonight. Yeah, I would say I got into the cage at 210, which is quite normal for me, between 208 and 210 to get in the cage.
Thank you.
Hey, Dricus. To your right. The other right.
Oh, yeah.
You mentioned pizza and beer earlier. Will you be having any of that tonight with Cameron?
Absolutely. 100% we are going to have a lot of pizza. We're going to have a lot of beer. Well, I'm saying we're going to have a lot of pizza, but we'll probably have the first thing we can get our hands on. But the beers we will definitely find. Whatever the first stop that we can make has, we're going to eat that, and there will be beer.
Enjoy your night.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Dricus, hoe het die geveg vir jou afgeloop?
Wel, het kon regtig nie beter gegaan het nie. Ek het amper die fight gestop vroeg in die eerste ronde. Ek's bly dit nie so uitgedraai nie, want dan het ek nou gesit met die fight of the night nie. Dit het ongelooflik goed gegaan. Ek dink ek het aan baie mense bewys dat ek nie net kan stand up nie, maar ek kan op die grond fight en ek het ook gestand up met een van die beste stand-up fighters in die UFC. En ons gameplan perfek uitgewerk. Baie dankie aan my coach, Morney Visser, en ons span daar van Pretoria, klein gym in Pretoria, Team CIT MMA. Ons het dit gedoen, ons plan het perfek gewerk, soos dit altyd werk. Ons is hier om te bly.
En wat is volgende vir jou?
Vakansie hou en dan sal ons gaan sit, ek coach die span en ons sal praat en ons sal besluite neem oor wat die beste volgende opponent. Daar's baie goed in die divisie wat moet gebeur. Ek sal Paulo Costa love om te fight. Ek sal love om te fight. Ek weet hy fight Robert Whittaker, ek weet hy wil dalk net sy kontrak hernie nie. Maar jy weet ons moet kyk wat gebeur want op hierdie stadium het ek net 'n paar ouens van om te kies. Dis nie meer net die hele divisie nie. To say that in English, what I did say is the most important part is I would love to fight Paulo Costa if that fight could ever happen, but I don't know at this stage if he's going to renew his contract. I don't know what he's busy with. It's just a fight I've always seen. He's a big guy. In the weight, he's considered the big guy. And I think he's somebody that's he flourishes of being the big guy. He'll see a big guy when he steps in there with me, and I would love that fight. But I know he's fighting Whittaker, and, right now I don't have a whole division to choose from anymore. My fights now has been limited to the top 10. Whew, that sounds good. And, so whoever it is, first quarter of next year, I'll be ready to fight whoever they give me in that top 10, hopefully a top 5. I just want to have these all the names I'm going to fight from now on are big, right? I guess that's how it works now.
Baie geluk, my bro.
Baie dankie. All good. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks for the year. Thanks for everything.